Hi, this is Linda, and today is Monday. I've been doing a lot of research, and as some of you may know, that I created a website now, and I have a Facebook group page all called AmusingHealthyRecipe.com. So I'm kind of expanding things that I'm doing on my new hobby, but staying healthy is why I do this, and I hope this helps you too. And if it does, please share my channel with others. That's why I do this. Today I'm going to make a blueberry pie. It's going to be less than a point each, less than one blue Weight Watcher point each. All my recipes are posted below the description. You can go to it, plug it into your recipe app if you're on WW, and figure out what it is on the green or what it is on the purple. But this is on the blue, and I think they're all pretty well close anyway. What we're going to do is we're going to take, tell you the ingredients real quick, and then I'll get right into it. 1 package of the sugar-free JELL-O. This is the cook and serve. Kind of hard to find. Used to be able to get it at Walmart. Only place I can find it now is on Amazon.com. There's a few things in my life that I go and I stock up on because they help me. This is one of them that I keep stocked in my cupboard through Amazon. And so when I want to make creative things like this, I can go to it. From what I understand, if you use the Instant Pudding, it doesn't turn out quite the same. Maybe someday when I'm not video it, I might try it, but I'm not going to do it today. So it's 1 package of the vanilla sugar-free cook and serve, and then 1 package of the sugar-free raspberry gelatin. Since it's blueberry, that's kind of the closest I could get for a sugar-free. They don't have a sugar-free blueberry, so that ought to work for what we need. Also, I already made my pie crust. If you would like to know how to make this yummy pie crust, this is really good. It's only a 1 point per slice. And so actually then it would make this recipe, if you add the blueberries and everything, I think it still comes out just like one point. Anyway, this is really, really good. I'm not going to go into how to make it today because I already have the YouTube video on it, and you can go through my YouTube videos. You can find it where it says 1 point pie crust, and it'll show you how to make this. It's a keeper. I love this. It only takes a few minutes to make. So I've already made it. Only took a few minutes. Now I'm going to get started. I'm going to spray a saucepan because I'm going to cook this on the stove. And I could do my little cooking thing here, but you know what? You guys know how things cook. So I'm just going to spray that. I'm going to add 2 cups of cold water. It's very important that it's cold water to mix with the pudding. Hot water will just make it clump. You don't want to do that. So you want to do 2 cups of the cold, and then you're going to stir in 1 package of the sugar-free cook and serve vanilla, and stir this in really good till it dissolves. It dissolves real good. It's kind of like if you ever mix cornstarch with water, for thickening. You always want to make sure with cornstarch that you use it with cold water. This is the same thing, and it'll set right up. I'm going to put this on the stove, and I'm going to stir it frequently so it doesn't stick. It's only going to take a couple minutes, and then I'll be back and we'll add the gelatin and the frozen blueberries. Stay tuned. Okay, just took a few minutes for the pudding to come to a boil. So it's kind of a glistening color now. So now that it's came to a boil, we're going to add the gelatin. This is the raspberry sugar-free JELL-O. We're going to just add this right directly into the hot mixture. This is going to sweeten it all up. Just stir this in a little bit and watch it dissolve. Normally when I do strawberry pie, which you can find that recipe also here on my YouTube channel, I would add 2 cups of cold water to this, and and continue cooking and add the strawberries. But because the blueberries are frozen already, I'm only going to add a little bit of cold water. See how that goes, and I'll be right back. Okay, I've got the blueberries all ready. Here's 3 cups of frozen blueberries. And then I have the gelatin, the raspberry JELL-O all mixed together. Now I'm going to pour this on top of the frozen blueberries. just like that. Now when I do strawberries, I put this on top and then I just pour it right into the pan, into the pie crust, and then just put it in the refrigerator, and then I let it set, you know, until it chills. I'm not, you know, since this is frozen, I don't know if it's going to really thicken up. So what I'm going to do is put this back on the stove and cook it down just a little more, and then I'm going to add it to the pie plate. And it doesn't look like it needs any water to it. I'm going to test it out and see. Okay, it looks like it thickened up a little bit more, but it's not quite like strawberries, the consistency when I do the strawberries, so I'm concerned it may not set up all the way. So what I'm going to do is just add a little thickening. You can do this anytime, you know, when you're in a recipe and it doesn't thicken up. Just take, this is like 2 tablespoons of cold water. Make sure it's cold. I'm going to add around a tablespoon or so of cornstarch. I want to mix this together with the cold water just till it dissolves, because if you stick it right there in that hot solution, it's going to clump and it won't end up thickening at all. So this only takes like a second. See? Now I'm going to pour this in with the blueberries. I'm going to mix this all around, and I'm going to put it back on the stove for like 1 more minute just to cook a little more. Also, it didn't taste quite as sweet as strawberries, and I like to add extra flavors, so it depends upon what you like. But I always have all these different flavored skinny syrups. Hard to see which one. This one's a vanilla, so I'm going to add a quarter, not quite a quarter cup, 4 pumps, which is 4 tablespoons, almost a quarter of a cup of the skinny syrup. You can also add like a quarter of a cup of sugar-free maple syrup. Just make sure it is a 0. And or Swerve, the sugar replacement. I use that a lot, or monk fruit. You could use stevia, whatever your preference is. Okay, I'm going to put this back on the stove bring it to a boil, probably for another minute or 2. Okay, I brought it to a boil. The only thing is when you bring it to a boil, you know, it kind of softens all the blueberries up. There's still pretty whole in here, but they cook down quite a bit. I'm sure it's still going to taste good. So what I'm going to do, I had fresh blueberries just in case this happens, that I'm going to pour this now into the prepared pie crust, and I may put some fresh strawberries on top of it just to give us some consistency. Oh boy, it made quite a bit though. We'll see how this goes. All right, doesn't look bad. Just I splattered all over the place, but hey, keeping it real. And so now I'm going to put this in the refrigerator. I'm going to let this chill for a few hours. We'll have this for dessert for a little bit later tonight. I'll put a little bit fat-free Cool Whip on it, or some light whipped cream on it for my husband. Maybe put a few fresh strawberries on top of that for a garnish, and I'll let you know how it turned out. It looks real good. If you like my channel, share it with others. I hope this is a blessing to you as it is to me, losing weight and keeping healthy. See you on my next video. I'll let you know how this turns out in the final points. Bye. Okay, I'm finishing up the recipe for the blueberry pie. I checked it a couple hours ago and it wasn't quite set, so I thought, oh my gosh, this just didn't turn out. And now I checked it and it's firm. I suggest that you let it probably set overnight. It's only been setting 4 hours, so I think by tomorrow it'll even be firmer, but I can even turn it and nothing's happening. So I think it's good enough. I'm gonna go ahead and cut a piece for my husband and I. And this is with this crust that I make that also is on a YouTube channel that you can find on my channel. And it's only 1 point per slice, and it's really good. And so I'm gonna go ahead and cut this and I'll be right back. Okay, I sliced it into 6 pieces. Each piece is around 1 point each. That includes the crust. Might be 2, I have to double check. Even that, oh my gosh, because that's for 1/6 of the pie. A lot of the other ones will be for, you know, 1/8 of the pie or 1/10 of the pie. These are nice sized pieces. Let me go ahead and dish one out. I'm going to do one for my husband and one for me. And the first piece is always the trickiest one of getting out of any kind of a pie. So let's see how this goes. Oh, good. It's going to flop. I'm going to stop it. There's one piece. And here's the next one. It held together really good. I'm just amazed at how good this turned out. It tastes good too. Okay, so this is the blueberry pie. You can see. Wonderful, 6 pieces. I'm going to put fat-free Cold Whip on mine. You can do up to 5 tablespoons, and it's only 1 point. I do a pretty big tablespoon, so I may count this as a 3, but anyway, 2. This is probably about 5 right there. That's a lot. Okay, that one's mine. With whipped cream and everything, I'd say at the most is 2 to 3 points. This is my husband's. This is just a ready whipped cream. It's more. It's like 2 points instead of the 1. Not bad. Okay, I'm trying a piece of it. That is so good. It's definitely a keeper. You're gonna want to make this one. If you like blueberries, this is real good. So if you like my recipes, then please share my channel with others. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and please subscribe. I will be posting more information later on my blog that I'm doing. And I'm having such a good time doing all this, staying healthier, keeping my weight off, and hopefully blessing others with what I've learned and I'm learning along the way. You have a wonderful day. God bless you. See you on the next video. Bye-bye.